Hello from my kitchen. It feels so much cooler in here. I'm happy to be in here. This is a project, a question I get asked about a lot. I love topiaries and I have a lot of little topiaries all throughout my house. I think that they are beautiful and charming and whimsical and all of the pretty words. This topiary is so easy, so easy. You're gonna wanna make one right away. You can make them with your kids. Anybody can make this particular topiary. So you'll see here I have an assortment of topiaries that I have in my house. I keep these in my house. I want to make sure it wasn't wet when I picked it up. We're gonna do one like this. This is a creeping fig. I love this topiary. I could trim it a little bit and wrap it around a little bit more, but I just grabbed it right off the windowsill to show you. This is a creeping fig and it uses a wire topiary form. So if you guys are looking for these, go on Google, go on whatever you choose, and just search for wire topiary form. You'll find all sorts of shapes and sizes. Creeping fig has a bit more delicate foliage. All of these, by the way, want bright indirect light. Don't let them dry out, but don't leave them soggy. You know the deal. Keep these happy. But that goes with any type of ivy you're keeping inside. Bright indirect light. You don't want it frying on a hot, south-facing windowsill and letting it fry up without a drink. Don't do that. The creeping fig, I love the foliage on it. It's kind of springy and just, I don't know, I really like it. It's a nice alternative to an ivy, which I also love. This is your English ivy on this ball form topiary here. We are going to do a variegated ivy. Very common. You guys see these at all the nurseries this time of year. And this is already like super easy, super easy. Look, it's nice and long. Pick your long ones that have nice long tendrils on it. I like to use, I love my Wakefield handmade pottery. So it's going in one of his soda-fired containers because I love it. But just to show you a couple examples, like this is a larger heart. This is a larger circle. We've got a heart. I've actually seen some folks, those wire and metallic little tinselly hearts for Valentine's Day, like the wreaths. I've seen people dismantle those, buy it at the dollar store, and you'll have yourself a little heart then. Just like an easy way to like grab one for $1 and you can make, a quick little heart. We are going to probably use the smaller one, I think. Maybe the larger one. And you know what? I'm going to use the larger circle. Why not? Let's live on the edge, you guys. So, again, search online for metal wire topiary support. And make sure the front is facing here. I have just your regular Espoma organic potting mix in here, nothing fancy. I don't even have any fertilizer or anything like that in here because it is fresh potting mix and it already has plenty of nutrients in here to get this ivy started. Ivy doesn't need much. It's so easy. We're like more than halfway there right now. Okay, so we're gonna take our very, very tenderly and already very established and growing ivy. It's a bit on the dry side right now because I didn't want it to be soppy here in the kitchen, so it does need a drink. But we're just gonna pop this in here, make each side face opposing sides here, and then we're just gonna wrap it. But I'm gonna get this in here firmed around. I have the wire frame poked in, nice and firm. I'm gonna place this on top, and then I have just a little container of additional soil that I am just gonna place around the root ball because we wanna make sure that it is firmly planted in here. It's been a while since I've done a planting video. This feels nice for a change to do a little planting video. I'd love to do more things like this, but unfortunately, I keep giving myself more and more massive, huge garden projects, and I feel like it's always just taking up all my time when I would much rather be doing things like this, really. I was actually gonna do this video in the greenhouse, but it is really, really hot. So in the future, I'd like to do some more videos planting out in the greenhouse. Maybe get some shades in there. I'm looking into some shades for the greenhouse. because it is quite hot. I have a fan going in there right now. And of course the vents are open, the screen door is open, but in the afternoon, if I went out there in the morning, it wouldn't be too bad. But in the afternoon, it's getting quite toasty in there. So that's it. You know, just firm it around, make sure it is nice and planted in. We don't want it to have any air pockets. And now what? What comes next? So easy, right? We're just gonna wrap this. We're gonna wrap it around just like so. I mean, it's so easy and so rewarding, because come fall, come winter, when we're creating the garden, we will have a much fuller topiary if you start it now and be able to play with it and pick on it in the winter months. Of course, you have to see into the future. As gardeners, we need to see the future. We need to see what will be and not what currently is. We have to have great imaginations. So yes, you're seeing floopy, droopy, whatever right now. But this is all gonna fill in. All this growth here, as this gets longer, you're gonna take that and you're gonna wrap it around. And you're just gonna keep wrapping. And then you just wanna trim off any flyaways, any any tendrils that are off the rails. You're the boss here. You're in control here, so you can make this whatever shape you want. So super easy to care for, really. Indirect light on a nice windowsill. So happy, so happy. These are so fuss-free, really. Not picky at all. Ivy is a wonderful plant. I like to use them in, my window boxes. I showed you my window boxes, planters, containers. It's just such a nice and hands-off accent that you don't have to worry about, but it gives that nice fresh green. One thing I do like to do is put a topper. I know you guys see a lot of people put toppers on here. I do gravel a lot of times, especially outside. These things help with moisture retention, help with critters digging in your pots. This could totally go outside on a patio right now. You don't have to hold this hostage indoors right now. You can bring this out, put it on your patio, put it on your porch. So I'm going to use little pine cones as a topper on this one. I just have a whole bunch here, teeny tiny pine cones, just to dress the top so you're not looking in at bare soil there. I just think it makes a nicer, more organic presentation when you cover up the soil parts. But that's it. That's it. It's as easy as that. I am so glad that you joined me in my home and garden today, and I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July weekend. So I'm back because I do this in every single video. Here's my window box from the kitchen. Isn't it so pretty? I absolutely love it. It has just elevated my enjoyment of this space so much. As you can see, my neighbor is very close to me. So I have, oh look, there's a little goldfinch on my feeder there. Oh, I love it. So that's what I do. I'm bringing like the bird feeders close, the flowers close. So when you're doing those mundane things, doing the dishes, cooking dinner, you've got all this beautiful stuff to remind you of the garden and to just make you happy, right? That's what life is all about. If you don't have a huge garden, if you don't have acreage and beautiful landscapes in front of you, make something beautiful. Hang a window box, hang a bird feeder. All right, now I am officially signing off, and thank you for watching this video.